What's up, friends of the internets, and welcome back to the JubeTube. Today we're going to be talking about Super Mario Odyssey. I know it's a little late, but the holidays are coming up, so if you are on the fence about a gift to give someone who has a Switch, young or old, I felt it was worth doing this review, breaking down the things I liked, things I didn't like, there were not many, and give you guys a full review of that so you get a better idea of maybe this is a gift you want to give someone or something you just want to go buy yourself if you were on the fence about it. Like always with these game reviews, I like to give a little short description at the beginning and then get into more details as we go on. Overall, this game was extremely fun. Extremely fun. And that's what it all comes down to, and that's what I want to stress through all of this, is that the way they set up this game is that you just have a good time throughout, from beginning to end. It's also very uplifting. The music that they use, the scenery that they used, Mario, the characters that you know and love, the way that they use them, you're just happy while you're doing it. So not only are you having a lot of fun, but you can't be in a bad mood while you're playing it, no matter what is going on. The last thing that I want to hit on in a little quick review is that they've done a fantastic job making this game usable, playable, enjoyable for a wide range of ages. I have a 3-year-old son and he loves this game. I am much older than 3 years old and I love this game. And I'll get into more detail as that goes on, but for me, that's a huge thing, is that he is now like, can I play Mario? Can I play Mario? And I'm like, yes, you can play Mario. Let's go play Mario. And that's just fun for me. That is not applicable to everybody, but for those of you who have kids who enjoy playing these games and things like that, it's a lot of fun for them. Let's get into the full review. Let's get into some details, and let's get into the nitty-gritty of the game. Let's talk about the gameplay for a second. Like I said, it's extremely fun. You get the kind of feel that you're in an open world Mario game, but it's not really the case. I mean, you're confined to kingdoms, but you can roam around those kingdoms to the extent that they provide you for each of those different areas. Some are much larger than others, and things you have to collect adapt to that. Sometimes it's 50 coins, sometimes it's 100 coins. Sometimes the total amount of moons are widely more than some of the other kingdoms, and that's fine. The thing I like about all those kingdoms is they did such a great job making each individual kingdom almost feel like their own Mario game. Not only did each kingdom have its own set of enemies, characters, environments, but it also had its own music, its own soundtrack to match well with the environment and the feel of everything going on. Not only that, but if you collected the themed coins per kingdom, you could go change Mario's outfit to, again, match that kingdom and the theme that you were in, whether it was a jungle or it was a beach or it was the moon. It didn't matter. They matched Mario to the scenery and everything going on. So each one of them felt like its own game, and it was done in such a great way that you felt like you got several different little mini Mario games versus just one big, vast, rich, amazing Mario game. Not only that, but there's something that I'm going to mention several times here, and that's the nostalgia factor. They hit home several times, whether it was from Super Mario World, the original Super Mario Bros., Mario 64, no matter what, there were definitely some elements that when they happened, I literally got goosebumps and this stupid smile on my face. It was done so well to bring you back to those moments where you first fell in love with Mario that you couldn't help but be extremely happy. One of those moments that they did several times was the 8-bit parts of the levels, and they were fantastic. Each world had them, so you would have Mario in a different outfit, and you would have the enemies or the environment that you were in now put into this 8-bit theme. And that was really fun because it brought those two worlds together. You have Super Mario Odyssey's theme, attributes, everything like that, mixed with the old Mario from the original NES, and that was just fun, and they did that really well. One thing that I noticed but didn't really care about was that there was no real risk to the gameplay. There was no real consequence for you dying, but that was okay. I mean, this is Mario, this isn't Dark Souls, this isn't Hellblade where you've got a curse running up your arm. This isn't something where death happens a lot or death happens and it holds weight. I'm not expecting that, and so I'm okay with that. Whether you're just running around a level or fighting a boss, again, it's about having fun. I don't think that they wanted you to feel like dying was a bad thing. You lose 10 coins when you die, and coins are everywhere. So I just think they want you to have fun. Learn from your mistakes, learn from the patterns, learn the timing, hit that jump. You know, there's a lot of platformer elements in this game, and honestly, many of the times that I died, it was because of missing a jump or not timing something correctly. It wasn't because something was overly difficult when fighting a boss or something like that. It's because of this lack of risk, but increased amount of fun, that I want to jump on to that topic that I talked about earlier, and that was the fact that this game is playable and enjoyable for a wide range of ages. They do a great job of making the environments, the gameplay, the characters, the interactions, and everything in between just appeal to anybody who's playing it. Like I said, I've got a young son and he loves Mario Kart, and Mario Kart is another one of those games that he doesn't know that he is not playing well, or that he's running into a wall, or that he's not winning the race. All he knows is he's playing Mario on a motorcycle or a car. He doesn't care. And also they added in auto go and auto steering in the Switch version of the game. I don't know when they added it to any previous Mario Karts. I haven't played any of them in a while. But it will automatically go for him. So he thinks he's playing. He thinks he's winning. He thinks he's doing well. He doesn't care. He doesn't have to know. And that's fine. Same thing here. I look at all the different kingdoms. I'm like, you want to go to the sand one? You want to go to the beach one? You want to go to the moon one? Which one do you want to go to? And he picks one and I just hand it to him and he runs around forever. He doesn't care. He's just Mario on a beach. He was super excited when I turned Mario into a little cheep, the little fish swimming around. He thought that was the coolest thing in the world. And it's fantastic to see the little smile on his face, how serious he got playing that game. And then I can pick it up and have that same smile on my face, that same serious look, and try to find all the moons in the kingdoms. And it's fun for both of us, and it appeals to both of the things that we're trying to do, both the missions, both the things we're trying to accomplish. And it's done in such a good way that it's not just handing him the controller and nothing's occurring. You're handing them the controller and he's having fun. The story of this game I thought was good. Again, it's a Mario game. I'm not looking for Horizon Zero Dawn or some ridiculous game that came out this year with a fantastic story. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a Mario game. You know what I mean? And it felt very Mario-y. Mario-like. It felt like Mario. And it was fantastic. It was definitely silly. It was definitely made to be fun. It was definitely there to bring in the elements you knew from the other games and apply them in some way to fluff the story up. For example, piranha plants being the bouquet for the wedding that Bowser has tried to put on. Just little silly things like that. And you're obviously there to stop the wedding between Bowser and Peach. And we all know that that was happening. I didn't spoil anything. If you're paying attention to Super Mario Odyssey, you knew that was the thing. You knew that was the basic story. So don't get mad at me. Along with the story, the bosses felt very classic in the sense of simple patterns, memorize their movements, 3 hits and they're dead. So, I mean, that's standard for every Mario game, and they did that again here, and they did it well, and they brought in some new characters that I was unfamiliar with, and they also kept in classic characters for you to fight and for you to become with the hat. And so that was something that, again, put a nostalgic smile on my face. One thing I want to talk about is the hat thing. I honestly, admittedly, was not super excited for this game. I love Mario games, don't get me wrong, but there's such a wide range of games that came out this year that are so good. It was towards the middle of the list that I wanted to buy. So when I got this, I was like, I know I'm going to have a good time. I know I'm going to have fun. But I didn't think to this extent. Especially the hat thing. I was not super excited. Enthused. I don't know the correct word. But the fact that I could throw my hat and become things didn't really grab me. It didn't get me super pumped and super into the game, but I've got to say that is the best part. It's so much fun to become a frog and be able to jump the height of a building. It's fun to become the Cheep and swim around, and you can become a squid and you become a Goomba and you become all these things, a Hammer Bro, all these characters that you've always played against and tried to smash and jump on their heads. You can now become them and play around with them in the levels. Again, they changed each kingdom to feel like its own game. So not only do you get to become these characters, but you get to become these characters in their elements. So there are things around you and the environment around you interacts well with the character you're becoming. So you really get to use the qualities of these characters that benefit them and you as a player. And I've got to say that really added to the fun, and it was definitely something that I was just on the fence about. The last thing I want to talk about really, really quick, because I know I'm getting past that 10-minute mark. I know I am. I ramble. I talk a lot. The last thing I want to talk about is the end game. The end game here is done extremely well. We all know, and if you didn't know, there are over 500 moons, I think, that you can collect throughout the game. So when I beat the game, I was like, well, here I go, time to go collect all those moons. Very similar to like Zelda Breath of the Wild. There's side quests for days, but you've got to go find those side quests and really kind of get them launched. So that's what I was expecting, was just to go to these worlds and hunt down these moons again. That's not really the case. There is an event that you can partake in, a very small event that everyone will most likely take part in if you beat the game. I don't know why you would avoid it. And it kicks off the end game in such a fun way, and it guides you to go find the rest of the game, and it allows you to kind of pick and choose how you want to do from there, so you're not just left to these open kingdoms to hope that you try to find all these moons. It kind of guides you, gives you that little nudge in a very fun and challenging way that keeps you engaged, and I want to go play literally right now to try to go find more moons. And I just can't get enough of this game. Alright guys, let's wrap it up. Moral of the story, fun game, huge game, lots of things to do, a lot of nostalgic elements, smile on my face the entire time. Definitely get it for anyone who has a Switch. If you have a Switch and you've been on the fence, much like I was, buy this game immediately. It's so much fun. Alright guys, like always, hit that red subscribe button. It's somewhere over here, I think. I think it's over there. The little cartoon me that I got now. Click on him when he pops up, or the little like dithered one over in the corner. Hit that subscribe button. Share this with your friends. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see y'all again next time.